Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Waiting for this to come back up. Looks like the stream is starting up again. Oh, it says the video's unavailable. Why is that? Try reloading. Looks like we're actually streaming, I'm guessing. Or maybe not. Stream is can slowly see you now. Alright, looks like we do have. Now, like, is the audio rate screwed up again? I think it's okay. Alright, so hey, this is Dave. I'm doing some co-working today. What this is about is I'm doing some JavaScript tool investigation. So specifically, in JavaScript, you have these things called build tools, and what these do is they take a bunch of your source code, they put it into a bundle, and then they serve it on a web server, and then you can run it in a browser. So I'm developing a web app, so I am looking at what has changed in 2018, because all the JavaScript build tools change like every 6 months. There's something new. And there's a few things that I didn't like about our old build system, so I'm going to take a look at that and see what it can do with it. So let me switch to the chat window, and I'll try to type in what I'm working on. What's all this crap? Top chat. I don't like what they've done to change this. So anyway, what I'm going to do first is, I guess, review where I left off last. So I'm working on build tools, or choosing JavaScript task runners today. Hopefully that updates in the screen. So let me see if I can find the document I was writing in, which would be, I think, in docs, DS Cowork. This is for in their virtual co-working chat room. I maintain a bunch of documents. So this is my toolchain document yesterday. This is what I did in yesterday's co-working stream. I was reviewing what I'm currently using, what I want, what I need, and some initial questions. So I'm going to look at something called broccoli today. So today, today's the 13th. The task, or look at broccoli. Alright, so I guess we'll have to find the broccoli install. Broccoli, how do you spell broccoli? Is it 2 L's? No, it's 2 C's and 1 L. Broccoli, an asset pipeline for applications that run in the browser. So I'm going to take a look at a few of these things. So I will put this on this left side here so I can just get this out of the way. Here's my timesheet. Trying out broccoli. This is unbilled investigation work, but I'm tracking it anyway. Whoa, what the hell was that? That was like some lag. I'm getting a lot of mouse lag here. I wonder if this, I'm using a different camera. I'm using the Brio. And maybe it is really hogging on the CPU. I don't know. It looks alright. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for my terminal window. Here's the terminal window. And I have this new netcreate folder. Oops, I just screwed up. I have a build folder here. The build folder is where I'm going to put all that stuff. Actually, let me drag that browser back here. I don't know why this computer's lagging so much. I'm going to guess it is the camera. Just double check something over here. So we're here on properties. It is 1920. Frame interval looks correct. I think it's all right. So we're looking at broccoli, so we need to install a bunch of stuff. Alright, npm install dash save dev broccoli. That's not good. Oh, did I mistype broccoli again? I did. Save dev brocoli. There we go. npm install dash global broccoli CLI. Now I need to have something called a broc file. I guess I need to have my project folder set up too. So the way they have it here is, how does it actually produce the actual output? Exports the app as an app kit. Well, I guess we need to start copying over some stuff. Maybe the thing to do is actually just to install gulp first. Oh, I have gulp installed already, so maybe I should just start porting over the code first. What's this package lock JSON thing? Is something new? Which node? Oh, using node 8.9. NVM use 9.50. Can I do that? NVM install 9.50. 9.5. NVM ls remote. NVM install v950. So we're going to just try to use this one. NVM use v950. I wonder if I just screwed everything up. So I think what I need to do is actually start copying some of these other files over. So in my development folder, I need to do the copy from existing project, save some build tools. We're not using Bower anymore. We have this gulp file. But I can just start copying over things. So I guess we're going to create an app folder. Let's change it up a little bit. And in our app folder, we're going to have an index.js file or an index.html. We're not going to use this templating stuff, I think. So I'm kind of reorganizing my applications folder at the same time. Touch index.html. Oops. Name of the app folder? Yep. App. Let's make there are modules. Make there images. I don't think we need these actually, but we'll go with that. Then we also need a server directory. And then everything else. Let's make sure that I think we're already ignoring node modules, so that's good. Instead of using public, we'll use dist. Dist. Or should we call it app dist? I'll call it app public. Or ask dist. It will serve out of that. Or app pub. I think I like app pub better. That's my mouse. Move app dist app pub. So this is what our directory structure looks like right now. App pub server. Maybe I should just call it public. I was thinking I wanted to do alphabetically sort so you could tell what was what, but let's go with public. Although if you're looking at this for the first time, it may not make sense. Distrib. I could call it out. App server. Look. Pub. Public. This is the served stuff. Maybe I should just call it HTTP docs. Or I could stuff it in server, actually. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Because server, we're going to have something of a similar structure, I think, in the old application. I didn't like the way this is set up. We have server, we actually have the server that's running. And app, we have a let's make a HT docs, server docs. What is another term for things that are served by a web server? Server, htdocs, I don't know. So the idea is like everything considered app gets compiled into a output file and it's served in the server. server out onto the server directory. This sort of implies. I'm always kind of wondering the best way to do this. Probably I'm overthinking it. We'll just call it dist here because that seems to be a fairly common assumption. I hope I still have a public directory. So then I need a sublol. I'm calling it now what? Dist. Going with the convention for once. And so let's see. A few of the things I need to do is move over some of the modules. We have vendor. Then we have the system modules. A lot of these system modules have changed. We won't be using them as is. We're creating a new one. That's the part that's going to be tricky. Do I just want to copy the thing over as is? Maybe it's pretty a little earlier, but so I guess I just will copy the gulp stuff over. So, okay. Because then I could just sort of modify it. So over here in play, we have a gulp file. And, oops, this is, I can't click on shit today. This mouse surface is a little bit small. Build. I like calling it app. That's stupid. I don't like about the way that. I guess it doesn't really matter. Assets. I kind of like my old. If I have an app directory, maybe I have a lib directory. Alright, so anyway, the interesting thing about the old architecture is that we're using a different organization. Alright, I'm going to have to write some stuff down. So, we can't look at this build tool yet. We had to build the build and use and boots app chain. Is app chain even a word? Build the app skeleton. Okay, I can't yet. The build tool because I need the app skeleton in place first. That's still fuzzy. Okay, so now I'm into billable work. Why does this not work? I keep misclicking on stuff. There's like this slow lag. Alright, so this is actually build stuff. What time is it? It's 11:53. Let's call this 11:45. Start skeleton app. What goes in the skeleton app? Let me get something to drink. What goes into the skeleton app? Well, we need a index HTML file that loads a JavaScript file. And the index HTML file needs to set up some conventions. At the very minimum, it needs to set up some sort of div that will serve as the application root. And so let's write that stuff down. You need a starting index HTML or index HBS file that loads a JavaScript file. I'm going to say loads in the main JS. That has a div and script tag. Let's grab the one that's over. Let's put this on its own page. Let's put all this stuff on its own page too. Let's put that there. Okay. So back over here, what I need to do is play will be on this side. Let's grab the index HBS file out of this. There'll be views in the old setup. I don't know why it was always on the server side before. It's the old architecture. There's the main index. Let's take a look at this. We might as well set up a actual project for this too. Here's my getignore file. Let's make a new project. Oops, I guess I can't. New file. And let's see, add folder to a project. I guess this will do. And let's save this project as net create. And let's make this 2-column mode. And we should just pull some files out of here. So in our app folder, we now have this index HBS file, and here's our index HTML. So we are just going to make a very, very simple create proto. A bunch of boilerplate. And this is our script. Oops. Why did I undo that? This might not strictly be necessary. What is this for? User agent masks. This is our style sheet import. We won't bother about this. We'll make a very simple one. And then we need some sort of body and the HTML. Oops, we lost the closing head, I think. Body system shell splash message loading. Oh, we should probably update our editor config. Loading div. div, all this stuff. We're not using require.js anymore. So we just want our script source is equal to, we need to know what our destination folder is going to be like. I think I want to mirror the app folder, right? Somewhat. It's just going to be main.js, I think. So that's what we want. Something like this. Okay, we don't need this index HBS anymore. This should be on its own screen too. Over here. Actually, over here. Let's get rid of this. This is our new index.html file. So we have this, and we need a main.js. And I guess we might as well put it here. I guess there's a few things I need to figure out too. Console log. Hello world. Now, so we have a skeleton of something here. We haven't done any of the module system stuff, but at least we can write a simple build script now for this, I think. I guess we need to decide some formatting stuff, though. What is this there? I'm not sure what this package lock thing is all about. I don't see a package JSON either. Oh, because I install those as global modules, that's why. What is package lock JSON? Let's look that up. Package lock JSON. And regenerate for when modifies the node modules to your package JSON. Oh, is this something new? This is probably similar to the yarn lock file. So I guess we don't use yarn anymore. Should commit to source control. Every package semver. Let's see, make a client run if you install. Express. Huh. There's a time why the dependency are being installed or deleted package log and reinstalled. JSON should search to choose this. Oh, okay. So I guess this is something that's related to versus yarn. Does npm 5 deprecate yarn? Mm-hmm. Where's the part about yarn? I guess yarn is faster. It's just quicker. What's this polymer thing? Whole raft of changes. So many build tools. Ugh. So many things to learn. Anyway, let's see if we can just get some kind of build tool working. Or a build system. Then I can start playing around with things. I guess should you keep the existing gulp workflow in. Although it's cumbersome to modify. So maybe we will go with the broccoli stuff. Just to see how this works. So we want to make a broc file. This is the project root, which contains the build specification. It should export a tree. A tree can be any string representing a directory path like app or source. Or a tree can be an object conforming to the plugin API specification. Broc.file.js will only work with directory paths and use the plugins in the plugin default section to generate transformed trees. So the following simple broc file would export the app subdirectory as a tree. And what is a tree? A tree is a whole bunch of everything that's the app file. Broc build the output would generate the following folder within your project folder. The output. Main.js. Main and helper. Using plugins or broc file. Acquire broccoli funnel. What is funnel? Broccoli build the output would generate the following folder. Okay. Let's see what broccoli funnel is. Given an input node, returns a new node with only a subset of files from the input node. The files can be moved to different paths. You can use regular expressions to select which files to include or exclude. Okay, I guess nodes used to be called trees. When was this written? Where's the date? Look at all these appendants. 5 months ago. Source, CSS, icons, JavaScript, via funnel, source CSS. Okay, so it's kind of like a glob thing. So this will grab, makes a new funnel app. This gets everything from the app folder. Dig dependencies and install it. Okay. Let me move this over to here. What did I just do? Crap. What the hell? Also, let's make this into a tabbed interface. I think I can do that. Maybe not. Div, let create. Just make it easier to see. Cat. Cat has come to say hello. So what I'm doing now is building, assembling the rudiments of the build chain. Broccoli. See if I can get it to do something. Alright, so I'm getting sleepy already. Huh. I saw first beta released. Caching, not partial rebuilding. Did they use Bower? Brunch. See what else this is written about. I hasn't read a whole lot. You know. This does not look like a particularly well-supported tool. Maybe I should bail on it. Brunch versus broccoli. And we'll see this one the past year. Task runner. Comparison of build tools. Now we're getting to. There's just not a lot of info out there. Oh, I saw this. This is a crap article. JS. Oops. Typical Galt config. Insert an npm uninstall. This is global. Skip broccoli. Due to lack of clear docs. Brunch might be a little bit better. Still one comfort. Brunch versus broccoli. There is a one slant. Brunch, 13 thumbs ups, 3 thumbs downs is slant seems to recommend brunch. Brunch is fast. Alright. Brunch. Compilation is super fast. Pro. I think that's Brunch IO is looking. I think I remember reading a blog post on this somewhere. Tutorial for Brunch IO. Getting started with brunch. These are slides. Looks like the people have made still like it better. I guess I forgot to npm in it. Or do I need to do that? Package name. What did I say this was? Research a network graph. What's this? Entry point. What is the entry point for this project? I wonder if there is one. Little test command. There's a git repo. Is this? All right. So what are we doing now? We want to do an npm install. Oh, wait. Where are we? That's okay. An npm install save dev brunch. We are using Bower? Seriously? What is this Bower stuff? I don't think we need it. This is not a... This is not... Well, this has been around for a long time. Oops. That's interesting. Okay, so this is npm i-g brunch. Deprecated. Wonderful. npm i... Wait. Which npm... npm I save dev brunch. There's my package lock. Now we need a brunch config file. Sublil brunch config.js. And what do we need? Something that looks like this. No, not spaces. Why is this so high? So, I'm not even sure what this is doing. It will do modularize and concatenate any JavaScript files in the watch directory. Where's the watch directory? Well, let's build main.js and app.js. Where did app.js go, though? Did he go to public? So there's stuff in here. It seems to have compiled it into something weird. So get rid of dist. Let's get ignore. Excuse me. Bunch bootstrapping code. Has wrapped main as a common JS as imported view as not transpiled ES5. Any directory called assets will be recursively copied to the public directory without any processing, which will be logging the output. Where is the assets directory? So directory gets in the public folder. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Well, I have a headache now. Let me contemplate what I have learned. What time is it now? It's 12. Let's say so I did 30 minutes of this. You can see prod. Build tools. All right, I am going to take a rest. At least I've gotten sort of moving on this, so I'm unstuck officially. So thanks for watching this super boring stream. I'll do my What's Up Dave stream as soon as like all these PC parts come in. That'll be a good time to do it. In the meantime, have a good day. Hope you're being productive, and I'll see you later. Oof.